General Zarthok of the Krellian Armada had conquered 47 planets in his illustrious military career. He'd crushed rebellions, toppled governments, and brought entire civilizations to their knees. Earth, he assumed, would be conquest number 48, a minor footnote in his legacy. He was very, very wrong. Citizens of Earth, Zarthok's hologram appeared in every screen, every device, every display across the planet. I am General Zarthok, Supreme Commander of the Krellian Invasion Force. You have 48 hours to surrender unconditionally or face total annihilation. Prepare for your inevitable defeat. The transmission ended. Zarthok sat back in his command chair, satisfied. Humans would panic, their governments would collapse into chaos, and by this time tomorrow, Earth would be begging for mercy. Instead, 12 minutes later, his communications officer approached with a confused expression. General, we're receiving responses from Earth. Surrender terms already? Excellent. Display them. What appeared on the screen was not surrender terms. It was an image of Zarthok's face, poorly photoshopped onto a baby's body with text that read, POV. You're about to have the worst day of your military career. What is this? Zarthok demanded. I believe humans call it a meme, sir. And there are thousands more. They're flooding our communication channels. Over the next hour, the memes kept coming. Zarthok's face on a crying cat. Zarthok edited to look like he was wearing a clown costume. Zarthok's invasion speech remixed with dancing alien music videos. A particularly popular one showed his dramatic declaration of war, but every time he said, conquest, it was replaced with a rubber duck squeak. This is psychological warfare, Zarthok roared. They're mocking us, blocking our communications with jokes. Sir, they've also created something called a hashtag. Challenge accepted is trending across their entire planet. Humans are posting videos of themselves doing, I don't understand this. They're doing normal activities while ignoring our invasion threat completely. Zarthok pulled up the videos. A human teenager making a sandwich with the caption, Alien invasion can wait, I'm hungry. A grandmother knitting while saying, I've survived 2 world wars, I can survive some pointy-headed aliens. Millions of humans just living their lives as if a massive invasion fleet in orbit was mildly inconvenient at best. They're not afraid, Zarthok's second-in-command observed. They should be terrified. We have superior firepower, advanced technology, overwhelming force. Why aren't they afraid? Perhaps they don't understand the threat. Zarthok suggested. Broadcast a demonstration of our weapons. Show them our power. They destroyed an abandoned military base in the desert with their plasma cannons. Impressive display. Total devastation. Surely this would instill the proper fear. The human response was immediate. Someone had recorded the explosion, added dramatic music, and turned it into a movie trailer with the title, Aliens vs. Empty Buildings, the epic saga nobody asked for. It had 50 million views in an hour. They're laughing at us, the communications officer said weakly. Humans are using our demonstration of power as entertainment. Zarthok's mandibles clicked in frustration. Send ground forces. We'll occupy their cities. They can't make jokes when we're standing in their streets with weapons. The drop ships landed in major cities around the world. Krellian soldiers, 7 feet tall, heavily armed, trained for warfare, marched through the streets ready for resistance. Instead, they got something much worse. Curiosity. Dude, sick armor! Can I get a selfie? A teenager asked, shoving a phone in a soldier's face. Are those real plasma rifles? That's so cool! Do they actually work, or is it just for show? Another human inquired. Within 20 minutes, Krellian soldiers found themselves surrounded by humans asking questions, taking photos, offering them local food, and generally treating the invasion like a street festival. Command, this is Ground Team Alpha, a confused soldier reported. The humans they're not fighting. They're asking if we want to try something called pizza. What are our orders? Maintain your position and look intimidating, Zarthok commanded. You are conquerors, not tourists! But it was too late. Photos of Krellian soldiers awkwardly holding pizza slices went viral. Someone started a trend of humans photobombing invasion patrol photos. A street performer in New York got a Krellian soldier to participate in a dance routine, and the video broke the internet. This is unacceptable! Zarthok watched his fearsome invasion force being turned into social media content. Humans should be cowering, fleeing, resisting, not treating us like a theme park attraction. General, his strategic advisor said carefully, I've been analyzing human behavior. I believe we've made a critical tactical error. What error? We followed standard invasion protocols. Exactly. Standard protocols work on species that respond to fear and intimidation. Humans, however, appear to have a defense mechanism we didn't account for. When faced with overwhelming threats, they don't panic. They make jokes. It's a coping strategy that evolved over millennia. And more importantly, by making jokes, they rob their enemies of power. Fear requires taking the threat seriously. Humans refuse to take anything seriously. Zarthok processed this. So they're defending themselves with humor? Essentially, yes, and it's remarkably effective. Our soldiers are demoralized. Our communications are jammed with memes. Our reputation as fearsome conquerors is being destroyed by teenagers with editing software. The final straw came on day 2 of the invasion. A human had created a video game called Alien Invasion Simulator, where players controlled Krellian forces trying to conquer Earth, except every action was hilariously ineffective. The invaders kept slipping on banana peels, getting distracted by cats, and accidentally complimenting humans instead of threatening them. It had 10 million downloads in 6 hours. That's it. Zarthok stood abruptly. I'm going to Earth personally. I will address their leaders face to face and make them understand the seriousness of this situation. He landed at the United Nations building, strode into the assembly hall, and prepared his most intimidating speech. The room was full of human diplomats, world leaders, military officials. Finally, an audience that would take him seriously. People of Earth, Zarthok began. I am General Zarthok. I have conquered 47 worlds. I command the most powerful military force in 3 sectors. I could reduce your planet to ash with a single command. You will surrender or what? The UN Secretary General interrupted. You'll make more videos for us to meme. General, we've seen your invasion. It's adorable. Your soldiers are taking selfies with tourists. Your ships are being used as Instagram backgrounds. You can't conquer a planet that refuses to be conquered because they're too busy laughing. This is not a joke, Zarthok roared. We are Krellian warriors. We are. Your viral content, another diplomat said. Look, we appreciate the entertainment value, but if you're actually serious about this invasion thing, you're going to need a better strategy than stomping around looking grumpy. Zarthok pulled up his tactical display, ready to show orbital bombardment capabilities, troop numbers, weapon specifications. But his screen had been hacked. Instead of military data, it showed a compilation of the best memes humans had made about his invasion, set to upbeat music. The entire UN assembly burst into laughter. Who did this? Zarthok demanded. Probably a teenager, the Secretary General said. General, let me be clear. Earth has faced world wars, pandemics, asteroid threats, and ourselves. We survived by adapting, by finding humor even in darkness, by refusing to let fear control us. You want to conquer us? You'd have better luck conquering a comedy club. We'll just roast you until you leave. Zarthok stood in that hall, his reputation in ruins, his fearsome invasion turned into a global joke, his soldiers taking pizza recommendations from the people they were supposed to terrorize, and realized something profound. He'd made a terrible mistake. What would it take? Zarthok said slowly. For Earth to not press charges. For this to be forgotten. Press charges. The Secretary General grinned. General, we're not mad, we're entertained. Tell you what, you withdraw your forces peacefully, we won't hold any grudges. In fact, we'll even throw you a going-away party. Your soldiers seem to really like pizza. This is humiliating. It's only humiliating if you let it be. Or you could pivot. Rebrand. Instead of conquering Earth, how about a cultural exchange? Your soldiers can visit as tourists. No weapons, no invasion, just, vacation. We'll even help repair your reputation on the galactic internet. Zarthok considered his options. Continue a failed invasion and become a permanent laughingstock, or accept defeat gracefully and maybe salvage some dignity. Fine, he said. But for the record, humans are the most frustrating species I have ever encountered. We get that a lot, the Secretary General said cheerfully. Safe travels, General. And hey, if you ever want to come back for pizza, you're always welcome. 2 weeks later, the Krellian Armada departed Earth, their invasion recorded not as a fearsome conquest attempt, but as, that time aliens tried to invade and got mimed into surrender. Zarthok filed his official report to Krellian High Command with a new recommendation: avoid Earth. Humans have weaponized comedy and cannot be defeated through conventional warfare. Suggest leaving them alone and never speaking of this again. And across Earth, humans went back to their regular lives, having defeated an alien invasion not with weapons or violence, but with the most powerful force in the universe. The ability to laugh in the face of danger and make really good memes. Conquest number 48 had become Zarthok's first loss, and it wasn't even close.